our chest circles and hip circles. And then we're going to be prepared to work on some choreography for Friday. Yay, yay, yay. Do a fabulous song. It's the newest, highest. I'm so excited. First, we're going to talk about posture. Now, I've been dancing before I started this, so I'm warmed up. If you're going to do anything along with this, please, please, please warm up a little at least first to prevent injury. Now we're going to talk about posture. Weight completely on my feet. Knees softly bent. My hips kind of turned under. I just want to create a little bit of length here in the back of the spine, the lumbar region. So this is my everyday posture. This is me when I'm washing the dishes. This is me when I'm belly dancing. I have my hips turned under. You really don't want to engage your lower abs because you're going to use those for other things. So you just want to turn those hips under, almost like you were like sitting down in a chair, but you don't completely sit down. And you want to make sure not to bend your knees too much. You can tell if your knees are too deeply bent, if they are over your toes, or if your buttocks start to tighten, that means that you kind of bent your knees a little too far. Now we're going to talk about our chest. Our chest, I like to roll my shoulders to the front, to the back, and step them to the back, just to give some room here in my rib cage. You want to be up nice and tall. I try to think of a string being attached to the crown of my head, just to lift myself, and then I'm going to kind of look up and look forward, and then that's my wonderful belly dance posture. These are my beautiful I'm learning something new hands. If this is not something new, please try your first position, your second. Any of these positions are fine. Experiment with your own. If you want to try something new, that's fine while you're working along with these things to build some new arm movements. Okay, so right into chest circles and hip circles. So right, forward, left, contract. So I'm pushing with the muscles underneath my wrist, right here. I'm pushing with those, then I'm contracting my upper back. I'm contracting with these muscles, and then I am coming left, and I'm pushing with those rib cage muscles. And then when I come back to center, I'm contracting my upper abs. I really emphasize that upper abs contraction because you don't want to round through the back. You want to really contract. 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 And then we're going to smooth it out into a nice, smooth chest circle. Very good. Now we're going to talk right about those omis. We talked about large Turkish hip circles, smaller kind of Egyptian hip circles, and then some interior hip circles, also called omis. I'll demonstrate the biggest, and then we'll work to the smallest. This is our big, and I like to have my legs a little bit farther apart just for comfort. So I'm really kind of pushing my hips a little bit forward, but I'm really kind of opening up. I'm squeezing my upper back muscles, and I'm really kind of opening up here. And then I'm moving to the right. I'm putting my weight on my right foot, and I'm sticking that right hip out. Then I'm going to push to the back, keeping that upper body nice and uplifted so that I'm nice and even. You want to make sure that your knees and toes are all facing forward. And then I'm coming around to the left with my weight on my left foot and my left hip sticking out. And then I'm going to come back to the center, and that's going to be my circle. And when I come back to the center, I do give it a little bit of a push as if I'm starting the beginning again. Beginning. And back. Very good. Back. Side, front, back. There you go. Side, front, side, back. And this is just, my arm position is just kind of, I'm gathering. I don't want you to see too deeply into my glutes. It's just a common arm movement that you can add to it if you feel comfortable. Now we're going to talk about that sort of middle range, a more maybe Egyptian-looking hip circle, and it's going to be the same movement, but we're going to keep it a little bit smaller and a little bit more inside the body. So we're going to bring it forward with a little push, where we're going to bring it out to the right side. My weight's on my right foot. I'm going to push it back, and when I push it back, I'm really contracting with my lower abs to push it back. So it's not this, it's really this. about the ummi. Okay, so we can start on the right or the left. All those circles can be, just do them on the left. I'm just really right here, so I have to remind myself to do things on both sides. You can do this one and come around to the left. So don't be afraid on the left side. Okay, and then we'll start these interior hip circles on the left. Left, oblique contract, under lower abs, contract, right oblique contract, pull back to the right, contract, and right, pull, and left, contract under lower abs, contract right, and then pull to the right, and then let's smooth it out. And that's how you have a smooth hip circle, okay? Very good. Now, what we really talked about last week is how we put smooth moves together with percussive moves. Smooth moves go with smooth music. You'll hear sometimes singing or a beautiful violin or something that sounds very smooth and beautiful. And then a lot of times you'll hear drums, like what you hear now. And I might use my halftime shimmy, our glute shimmy where we were squeezing our glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Or you can take it a little faster. Okay? And then, oftentimes in music you will hear smooth passages and percussive passages within the same song. So, if I hear something fast, I'm going to be using a percussive move, which might be that little halftime shimmy with those glute squeezes. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Or maybe I might want to use the chest lift, using those upper back muscles that we use to affect our chest circle, and using those upper abs that we use to bring it back. Okay, so those are some percussive moves, and then we put them together when we hear things that are fast and that are slow together. So I might put my little hip shimmy, my halftime shimmy, with something a little soft up top, like our chest circle. And then maybe I'll add a little bit of our ummi. Okay, so those are some ways that you can put slow moves and fast moves together so that you can really interpret music, especially Middle Eastern music. It has a range and depth that you will be constantly learning about the way that I am, and I hope that you will enjoy it. This is Rhyme Rebels from the Best of Arabia. I got it at like a Borders bookstore. They have an awesome Middle Eastern selection. I just want to encourage you all to listen to as much Middle Eastern music as possible. It will help your dancing a lot, and it's just also very enjoyable music. So I will see you guys on Friday.